Hey good people, and welcome back to the channel. It is a wonderful Wednesday, and today you'll be getting a double feature from me. A little later on, I'll be sharing my thoughts and feelings on the Married at First Sight San Diego Where Are They Now episode, but in a few moments, you'll get to hear my couple breakdown for Zanab and Cole from Season 3's Love is Blind. And just like with my last two videos, I'll give my honest thoughts on the couple. I'll also discuss their decision on the wedding day, and I'll also talk about how I felt about their appearance at the reunion. So without any further delay, let's jump right in. Now I think it's important to start off by being completely honest with all of you. During the first two episodes of Season 3's Love is Blind, I thought that Cole was one of the most annoying cast members to ever appear on the show. And yes, good people, in my opinion, Cole was more annoying than the guy they call Shake from last season. And because of this, I was extremely tempted to fast forward through a number of his scenes, because in my opinion, Cole came off as one of those irritating little kids who's simply never satisfied. However, on the flip side, Zanab came off as a very articulate woman who knew exactly what she wanted from the process, and she presented herself as someone who was not afraid to have deep conversations with a complete stranger. I truly believe that Colleen was Cole's first choice, and I truly believe that her refusal to talk about the deep topics with Cole was a huge deal breaker. So when Cole proposed to Zanab and she accepted, I didn't have much hope for them making it as a married couple. And in my mind, this was because Cole could be seen as somewhat immature, and Zanab mentioned how she valued a man that was mature. It wasn't until after Cole and Zanab consummated their relationship that I realized how wrong I was. The morning after Cole gave Zanab that good old pickle tickle, Cole was up and about, getting ready for the day, while Zanab was still marinating in her bedroom juices, and wondering why Cole wasn't marinating in those juices as well. And instead of Zanab directly telling Cole how she felt, she was just being standoffish and passive-aggressive, which is a pet peeve for Cole, and I could definitely relate to how this made Cole feel. I have a huge issue with people who are passive-aggressive and refuse to say what they feel until they're forced into a corner. And from my vantage point, the root of Zanab and Cole's issues centered around communication or the lack thereof. Now, of course, Cole was foul for pushing up on Colleen because at the end of the day, it created a lot of unnecessary drama. And one could argue that Cole and Bartise were one and the same in terms of second guessing their choice for who they proposed to. But to Cole's credit, he was able to refocus and put all of his energy into Zanab. However, my thing is this. If the show wants to avoid having the cast members potentially fighting over someone that's disrespecting their engagement, then they should not allow the cast members to meet as a group until the last episode or the reunion. But I also feel that if Zanab felt so strongly about Cole's attraction to Colleen, and if Zanab felt that things wouldn't work out because of it, then she should have ended things right then and there and took her losses. She had the golden opportunity to do this, but she decided not to. And because she decided not to end things right then and there, then she should move on and give Cole a clean slate. Instead, she threw Cole's actions right back in his face whenever she felt like it. Now imagine that. I started the season off not liking Cole, but after a few episodes, Zanab's behavior and attitude made me sympathize with Cole. But the uncomfortable truth in all of this was that Zanab and Cole were oil and water. I believe that they both initially started this journey with good intentions, but they allowed the worst parts of them to taint their Love is Blind experience. I think that Zanab's inability to communicate with Cole in an effective manner is what caused Cole to ask Zanab if she was bipolar. And from my experience, asking a woman if she's bipolar or crazy is akin to asking her if it's that time of the month. It can be viewed as insulting, even if it's true, and it may sour relations. I think for Zanab, Cole's comment definitely soured their relationship, but Zanab neglected to tell Cole how much it hurt her. Thus, the cycle of dysfunction continued between the two of them. Now, when it came down to the wedding episode, I fully believe that Zanab wanted revenge on Cole for how he made her feel. I fully believe that Zanab's decision to blindside Cole by saying that she wouldn't marry him was completely premeditated. And her decision to tell lies about the things that he said about her, as well as her decision to leave the ceremony before Cole had a chance to defend himself against the accusations, were all planned. One thing worth mentioning is that in the times that we live in, we have a society that encourages everybody to believe women, no matter what a woman may accuse a man of. And if we were to do this in Zanab's case, then Cole would have been considered public enemy number one. But as the reunion episode showed, the accusations that Zanab made against Cole were completely out of context, if not flat out lies. And by the time the general audience finally found out the truth, it was a little too late. Most of the cast members of Love is Blind Season 3 had already sided with Zanab, as well as many of the viewers of the show. But truth be told, Zanab breaking up with Cole was probably the best thing that she could have done for him. As stated before, these two are like oil and water, and I strongly believe that they would have never found happiness with one another. But that's my opinion, and this marks the end of my video. What did you all think about this couple, or my breakdown for their time on the show? Feel free to leave your comments below in the comment section, and I'll be sure to reply to everybody. Until next time, stay tuned and stay safe. Peace.